Hey beautiful people, it's Sunday, April 13th. I hope everyone's having a good day today. I think you guys know this already, but I love Sundays. I love how I can just do like a little bit of everything. I can be productive, I can be a little bit lazy. Yeah, it's like the perfect mix. I was at the gym today already. We worked some glutes. I actually got to the gym and I couldn't get in the door. This lady comes in the door to help me. She couldn't get out of the gym, so she was essentially like trapped, and we're both like, what do we do? So I called maintenance. They got there in probably, I don't know, like 5 to 7 minutes, and yeah, the door's broken. There is a like safety or little trick or whatever. You have to like push up this metal piece. I don't know. So that was fine, but man, that was kind of like a serious fire issue. She was like, I don't know what I would have done if you didn't come here. I was looking at going out the window, like I was gonna pull the fire alarm. Oof. So yeah, we're good. That felt good. I felt pretty strong today doing legs. I'm on my menstrual cycle right now, and that generally just like takes a lot out of me. I was able to push through. I got this extra level of strength from I don't know where. And then I wanted to see if I could do a pull up while I was at it. Like, right, not even working arms today. I was just like, wonder if homegirl can get a pull up. So I usually will just hang. I put my arms up on this bar and I'll just hang and like stretch out my back. That feels so good. So I did that, and then I literally held on again, and I could just tell that I was not going to be able to pull myself up. Like, let me sit myself down. This is not going to happen right now. Oh, isn't that funny though? Do you guys ever have days where you're just like, you feel like, I feel like Superwoman, like I can do so much stuff, but then you like try to take it to that next level, and your body's like, girl, no, like be so for real. And then Tootie and I, we sat out on the patio for a little bit, didn't we? Hubby Mad Matt is doing a giveaway today, so I'm gonna be in most of that on and off throughout the day, but I really wanted to film some content for you guys. If I'm just being totally honest, I feel like, oh, I got a hair in my eyeball. I've been like not sure really what to talk about. I think my confidence series, I had a lot of fun with that. It was a 5-parter. I feel like if I have to do any more, I have to go to 10. And I don't know that I have 5 more like solid things to talk about. So I think we're gonna leave that series, but I hope you guys found that helpful. I kind of found that helpful myself, just talking it through and honestly looking up the definition of self-confidence, and like, oh yeah, it's that that reliance, that self-trust we have within ourselves to do whatever we need to do. Like, it could be anything. And that just comes with practice, 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 practice. And make sure you're feeding into your life just things that feel good to you, that feel genuine, that feel authentic. We have to take time for ourselves. The days go by so fast. Remember, if you guys were kids and your parents would always be like, oh, the seasons, the days, everything's going by so fast, and you're just like, yeah, what are you talking about? And then you get older and you're like, oh, dang, because there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. There's kind of like this bucket of responsibilities that nobody wants to do, right? It's all like the BS, not fun stuff that we have to do just to survive and live in the United States. Expensive. It's expensive here. And then there's a bucket, right, of like things that feed your personal interests, like that fire in your belly, in your heart, your passions, which unfortunately that's the bucket that gets like the least amount of time, right? And then there's also this other bucket of like your responsibilities outside of just living, right? So if you have children, you have animals, whatever it may be. And then there's like a friends and family bucket, right? So feeding into that, we want to make sure that we're checking in on our loved ones, we're providing support, they're there to support us. It's so much, and sometimes it can be like really overwhelming to know which area you need to feed into. But if you are having anxiety, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you need to start putting more into your personal bucket. So there's always going to be things we have to take care of, right? Like, we have to go to work, we have to pay our bills, we have to take care of children if we have them, But if you're like giving too much to other people outside of that, to friends, to family, and it's really starting to impact your overall wellness, I think you need to cut back. And there's no shame in doing that. There's no shame. People who really love you are going to understand, and maybe even having that like open conversation about, hey, I just really need some alone time right now. I need some me time. There's something that's missing, and I've been feeling really low, and you know, I might not get to our weekly check-ins, or maybe you're texting someone every day. I'm still thinking about you this week, but you might not hear from me because I just need to focus on myself. Anyone who really, really cares about you is going to be like, no problem. Like, they're not even going to think twice. They're not even going to be like slightly irritated. Like, that's annoying. They're not even going to give me like a sliver of their time when you're telling someone that you need it. Yeah, a good friend is going to understand that. And sometimes we don't even know what we need. Like, what do I need to do to feel more like myself, or just feel more like pumped up, amped up, excited to live? Because honestly, the thrill of living isn't always there. And that's why we need to take care of ourselves and do things that we're passionate about and do things for fun. Because life can get it gets too deep sometimes, too real, too dark. And we need to, even if it's just like a sliver, a little window of light, of joy, of happiness, we need to keep chasing that. And of course, that's not going to be everything. Our life isn't going to be always like rainbows and butterflies, right? But we need to have a little source of light always coming through. Then eventually, I think the goal is, if you work hard enough, you get to a place where there's a sliver of darkness, right? So the majority of you in your life in the room is filled up with light, and there might be a little bit of darkness, and that's kind of just coincides. It's all the ebb and flow, it's all the yin and yang, so it's all normal. I was in a YouTube live chat the other day, and you know, we were kind of talking about someone's mood was a little bit down, and I just like to remind people, like, it's okay if your mood is low. Do it anyways. Whatever you have to do, your jobs, taking care of yourselves, whatever, you can do it when your mood is a little bit off. And it might look a little bit differently. Again, like, we need to be gentle with ourselves, and we need to adapt, and maybe we're not going at things like full throttle, or we can't, you know, I don't know, you guys. I'm like even tripping myself up right now. But all to say, that is fine. That is fine. We don't have to put on these like perfect personas. We can be real. We can be raw. Like, that's genuinely how you connect with people. And you're going to have moods and emotions that maybe you consider negative. And the only thing that I would kind of urge you guys to think about is, instead of labeling our mood and our emotion as like, that's negative or that's a positive, that's a desirable, that's maybe a less desirable. We need to stop labeling emotions and just feel them. Just know that they're fleeting, they're gonna come, they're gonna go. And sometimes, you know, they come on strong. It's an overwhelming flash of emotions. I am still working on regulating my emotions, okay? But when I was younger, I really struggled with just communicating. So anytime there was any sort of like tension, or I was feeling overwhelmed, anxious, all of the things would boil up, and then I would just crack. And once I started crying, like, it was so hard to get me to stop crying. And there was a lot of conversations that I couldn't have with people because I wasn't regulating my emotions, that when these things would come up and like blow up, like I'm saying, it's just really hard to connect with people. So we have to take care of ourselves. We have to manage our emotions, right? And what I do for that right now is meditation. Meditation helps me feel grounded, helps me feel present. It's so easy, kind of like when you're going through the motions, to just become a little bit numb. And that's a dangerous territory to live in. I've lived in that space for way too many years. way too many years. So if you feel like you're just going through the motions, you're feeling a little bit numb, we need to meditate. We need to take some deep breaths, and we need to be mindful in everyday movement. Say you're just like brushing your teeth, right? Instead of like rushing through to get it over with, we're slowing down. We're allowing ourselves to just be in this moment. We're doing this task, okay? It might not be like the most exciting task ever. And maybe after this task, we have 20 more tasks to go. So we can't focus on this one because we're like thinking about all the other ones that are going to happen. And that's overwhelming. And I understand that so well. Like, I still have to remind myself to slow down. And you guys know I talk about one day at a time, but sometimes it's literally like minute by minute. If you're really going through it, you've got a jam-packed day, we need to be breathing. We need to give ourselves grace, and we need to be present in each moment. And the more you do that day in and day out, you're literally going to rewire your brain. It's like a reboost for your nervous system. That's like, okay, we're not actually being chased by a lion right now. All these work deadlines, all these responsibilities for the kids, it feels like the end of the world if you don't do something right. Like, there's just certain things, it's like, oh, I really messed up, or like, it's not the end of the world. I promise you. We're on a floating rock. We were not meant to be working 40 hours a week. I'm sorry. We just weren't meant to be. And a lot of us have to do that. And I applaud you. And you're killing it. You're doing a great job. But yeah, don't let your job or just the world in general get you feeling a certain type of way. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Slow down, breathe, take care of yourselves, beauties. You're also beautiful. Seriously, I love you guys so much. I hope everyone is feeling blessed today, and I'll talk to you later.